Veritone or Veri is enterprise AI that makes people superhuman. And just a couple of days ago, as I record this, the news was released that Veritone's AI-powered tools were assessed awardable for the Department of Defense work in the P1 Solutions Marketplace. We'll read over this article in a little bit. But this news has been making waves in the stock. Veri has rallied as much as 50%, well, just about 50% over the past two sessions alone. And once we dive into the charts, I'll explain why I think this can climb higher, not only in the short term, but in the long term as well. I'm talking the entire second half of 2025, especially in the case that they impress on their earnings report come August 12th. This is a little gem. It's been a member of the Waves portfolio for quite a while. If you watched my recent, it was a members exclusive Veritone video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about how this was the catalyst we needed, and we got it. So the portfolio is being rewarded. Of course, more on that later. But congrats if you guys got in on this trade. And even if this is the first time that Veritone has come to your attention, or this is the first time the stock is on your radar, then I'm excited to introduce you into the little gem that is Veritone. My name's Royce Jacob. I have been a professional options trader and market analyst for over 5 years now, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about a stock that has just made us a bunch of money in the past couple of sessions, and again, that I think can provide a lot of returns over the next couple of months. Again, Veritone, if you're unfamiliar, is enterprise AI that makes people superhuman. When it comes to any stock that we ever talk about or that you're interested in, don't just read a single article on it. Always go to their website, go to their investor page. We're not going to do that today because I don't think it's necessary. I've made a couple of videos on Veri in the past doing that, so go check those out if you want. But Veritone, small AI company with a market cap. What's Veritone's market cap? I think they just broke 100 mil today. So market cap after the past couple of sessions currently sitting at 116 million. This is a micro cap stock, very small cap stock. When it comes to that's a lot of money for me and you. Maybe you. We'll see. That's a lot of money for me. But when it comes to the public equity markets, $160 million is nothing. That is a drop in the bucket, and it really doesn't take that much capital inflow to the stock and excitement around the stock to create a classic two-wave, a classic hype cycle that I think is very likely in the near term. Okay, so before we dive into the charts, before we talk some short-term and longer-term price targets, and I'll explain why these are my targets, again, as we dive into the charts, of course, we're going to read over this. So before we get to reading, please give the video a like if you go on to gain value from it today, and let me know in the comments below, were you invested in Veritone? Were you trading options on Veritone like we were in the Waves portfolio? First link in the description if you want to join the team. Again, I'll do that plug a little later. But let me know in the comments below, did you catch this wave? And if not, let me also know, again, if this is your first time coming across the little gem, as we call it in the newsletters and whatnot, that is Veritone. Okay, so Veri, a leader in building human-centered enterprise AI solutions, today announced that it has achieved awardable status through the platform One P1 Solutions Marketplace. Veritone solutions are designed to empower public sector agencies with advanced AI-powered tools to process and analyze unstructured data, streamline workflows, and deliver actionable insights efficiently and accurately. Veritone's technology is widely utilized across diverse sectors, including public safety, government, and enterprise organizations, to improve decision-making and operational effectiveness. The awardable designation means that Veritone solutions are now readily accessible to the Department of Defense or DoD customers through the P1 Solutions Marketplace. The P1 Solutions Marketplace is the DoD's groundbreaking digital enabling environment for DoD innovation. It's a digital repository of post-competition readily awardable solutions and pitch videos which address the government's greatest requirements in hardware, software, and service solutions. Having already achieved this status on the TradeOne Solutions Marketplace earlier this year, government buyers will now have even greater access to Veritone's suite of solutions, and this will also help to facilitate faster contract awards and reduce procurement time, with the end goal of delivering innovation to the war fighter for a decisive advantage through software. Quote, achieving awardable status on the P1 Solutions Marketplace is a testament to Veritone's commitment to equipping government customers with cutting-edge AI solutions that address today's most pressing challenges, said Ryan Steelberg, Chairman, President, and CEO of Veritone. Our suite of tech, including Track, Redact, Investigate, and AIware, all parts of our IDEM suite represent a comprehensive approach to solving critical data management and analysis needs, enabling agencies to work smarter, faster, and more securely. This also allows government customers to more conveniently leverage our technology for a myriad of use cases, okay? This is big, you guys. When you hear government contracts in AI, I'm sure that there's one company that comes to your mind. This is also a company that we've been talking about and invested in for a while here at Waves Capital, and that is, of course, Palantir. So Palantir, I don't even know. I don't know what Palantir's market cap is. Let's just check it out just for the context of this guy real quick. Let's look up Palantir, see what their market cap's sitting at. So Palantir, new 52-week high today. What's surprising about that? Nothing surprising about that. $363 billion market cap, okay? So I don't want to say that Veritone is anywhere near catching up to the demand and just the competency of Palantir. But it's playing in the same space, and that's another reason that I like C3 AI Inc. a lot as well, and that's why those our call options of the Waves portfolio for C3 have done really well for us, as well as Veri over the past couple of days too. But these are the players that I think we're going to look back on and be like, it was so obvious, okay? Anything that's delving within the realm of Palantir or that same business model that is, again, enterprise AI, contract-driven AI work, which, again, C3 and Veri compete in the same space as Palantir. I think that's something that is really critical to get into now before, again, that next hype cycle comes in. And as we zoom out here on Veri, it's going to be evident. It's just crazy to see how fast things can happen and how fast the price can escalate. Again, especially with a stock with a market cap of Veritone's of so small, okay, just over $100 million. All right, so that being said, we will dive into the charts again. I'll explain some of these price targets I have drawn in front of us. But if you guys want to trade with me on a daily basis, if you want to know exactly how I'm trading my personal portfolio every single day, if you want to, this was my second newsletter that I sent out this morning. The first is our Trade Alert newsletter, okay? Portfolio analysis, go over some of the names that were standouts in the portfolio that day. Trade Alert, of course, talking about my trades, why I made that trade, okay? Along with that, you get everything in my entire portfolio. Call options, put options, stock positions, cryptocurrency positions, literally everything. Let's preview this as admin so you guys can see what it looks like. Preview this. No, dang it. I didn't do that. Anyway, it's the what you guys just saw there. It's my complete portfolio and daily trade alerts, email newsletters. It's $15 a month or $40 for every 3 months. That's completely up to you, but it's going to be the first link in the description of the video to get you to the sign up link on Teachable, and I will make it a pinned comment as well. Okay, so welcome to the team. If you do choose to join, 2025 has been a blockbuster year for us. So I'm excited to see what the second half of 25 has in store, and I'm excited to see what Veritone and again C3 as well. I'm going to make a video on C3 in a couple of days. So subscribe to the channel if you want to catch that in the future. But I'm excited to see what these AI companies that again are competitors to Palantir can do in the short, medium, and long term as well. Okay, so that being said, Veritone, again, climbed nearly 50% over the course of the past couple sessions. Amazing trading volume. We're seeing roughly 5x trading volume, 4 to 5x average trading volume. Average is 1.53 mil. The volume we saw in today's session was 5.5 mil. And that's something that I really like to see when we see price action like this. Okay, volume, eyeballs coming back, especially volume following a fundamental catalyst as significant as this, is something that really gives me reason to believe that this rally has legs and that the stock can continue to climb. And this wasn't just a one-off, okay? Especially the fact that it's happened 2 days in a row. First, if you see it one day, maybe it's a short squeeze. There probably was some short squeezing involved here, but again, considering the fact that this is tangibly good news, this is objectively good news for Veritone, and this is very exciting for a lot of investors in the company and prospective investors in the company. This is good stuff. Okay, so when it comes to my short-term price target, that's going to be 20% up from current levels. Okay, the reason for that being this is the line of resistance that on the downtrend that Veritone has been in since pretty much the start of the new year. Okay, December 2024, December 31st, like literally just before the new year. First touch point, second touch point here. We got 2 candle wicks, which gives me reason to believe that this is a solid trend line. February 14th, since then we have yet to retest it. That would be around, if we were to see it happen, I wouldn't be surprised to see this, potentially Monday, Tuesday next week. Definitely think we're going to see it before the end of the month. That would take us up to about $2.60. From there, things get more exciting. Okay, so we're going to go to daily candles for this one. Okay, from there, we have this line of conservative long-term resistance in play. Okay, this trend line has been in place since February of 2023, so over 2 years, okay, on this massive, massive downtrend, okay? And as we zoom out, things are going to get even more exciting when it comes to my double digits price targets. But again, conservative resistance, if you guys haven't watched the Trader Tips video about conservative resistance, or actually the video I just posted recently, the trend line that changed my trading game forever, go check that out. But this line of conservative resistance, again, first touch point back here, I don't like using, this is absolute resistance. Okay, this top line, this light blue line is absolute resistance. This is what I call conservative resistance right here. That is there, and that would take us up if we're to see it. And I think it's very possible that we see a second wave take us up to at least these levels. I really wouldn't be surprised if we see them before August 1st. Okay, so before July, or by July 31st, before August 1st, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it by the month of August. And before we talk further there, I'll just zoom out back here to show you guys what's possible. Okay, so you see here, Veritone was sitting at $1.70, March 13th of 2024. Move forward, as is actually, what is that? This was 22 days to this top over here. Veritone within the span of 22 days, okay, or 15 trading days, 15 bars, rallied 358%. Okay. Again, it wasn't a straight climb up, so just be aware of that. It's not going to be one big move, only green candles. There is probably going to be some volatility if we see this again. But just realize, you guys, things can happen very, very fast when you get some bullish news going. And I think it's entirely possible that we see Veritone do something similar to that. Okay, so with that in mind, this 40% upside target to test this line of conservative long-term resistance is pretty darn conservative, especially, again, considering what we just spoke about, that massive 80% move up, 380% move. It's entirely possible, and I really wouldn't be surprised either to see Veritone make its way up here to this line of absolute resistance, potentially prior to their earnings report or in the wake of their earnings report, in the case that it's a solid earnings report. That would take us up to just above $4 if we're to test that anytime within the next couple of weeks. Now, if we can break out from this multi-year downtrend, this multi-year descending channel or descending triangle pattern, more of a descending triangle pattern, a massive descending triangle, I do think it's possible, and I do think this will happen at some point in the future. It's a matter of when, not if. Hey, maybe it takes 1, 2, 3 years, whatever. But this is bullish news. I really think that some massive, massive waves are on the horizon for these AI stocks. And I do think that Veritone can ultimately make it to $13 to retest this prior macro low that has yet to be retested as a new high, or this prior macro floor on this overall downtrend that has yet to be retested as a new ceiling. So long term, potentially 2025 target for Veritone is going to be $13. We'll see if it happens. If so, you can thank me later. And again, you can also thank me or just ride the waves with me by joining the portfolio group. Again, link to do so. Woo! You're stoked if you just caught that. I'm going to post this in a couple days, so hopefully that's hopefully you guys aren't too mad at me if you're members of the group. That was fully the portfolio. But anyway, if you want my daily breakdowns, if you want to trade these options contracts, if you want to trade stocks with me on a daily basis, first link in the description or in the pinned comment of the YouTube video. Thanks for watching. Again, I hope it brought you some value, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.